What's going on, movie fans? Welcome to Movie Rounders Live. Matt, Tony, Bethany, Daniel, Phil, and Darby. All six of us are here for our final episode of 2020, bringing you our Christmas show and a lot of other topics. We thank you all for joining us tonight. And like I said, last show of 2020, not last show ever, as I got a bunch of text messages like, why would you guys stop? I'm like, read the text. All right. But we got a great show for you guys. As always, I see we already got comments in here from came from Phil. It says, can you find me? Look for Phil's elf. He does that a lot.
That's not for me. My elf on the shelf hacked my Facebook and been taking it over every day since.
Oh dear.
Right, so y'all send in your comments. Let's make sure that the comments are working so that the show flows nice and easily. And while you do that, we're going to jump right into our first topic here, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And that first topic is the HBO Max WB deal. Now, I'm going to do a little explanation for you guys who might not know that. HBO Max decided they were going to get together with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is going to release all of their feature-length films in 2021 on HBO Max and in theaters simultaneously. Now, this is something that hasn't happened before. They got permission to do it with Wonder Woman 84 and then decided we're just going to do it with all of them. It's a huge mess. A lot of people are very upset about it, especially some of the other production companies that are going on. Tim's here. Corey's here. Tab's here. Perfect. All right. Comments are working. But a lot of people got upset about it, and a lot of people actually like it. So we're going to give you our thoughts about it. Remember, they go to HBO Max and they go to the theaters simultaneously. So let's start with Darby. Darby, give us your thoughts on this deal.
All right. So, everything with COVID-19 has already killed theaters as bad as it was in 2020. Now in 2021, going to be taking a hit with some of these major films coming out. Now, the part of it is, it will be on HBO Max for only the 30 days. So if you don't have it, you still can go to the theaters. But if you have a larger family, it's going to be cheaper for you to, just pay the HBO Max subscription, watch it at home. And so you're just not going to go. And so theaters are going to take even more of a hit with that. And the theaters are even fighting back on this. A lot of them have said that they're going to slash the ticket prices for those Warner Brothers movies that are coming out to try to kind of combat, the revenue that Warner Brothers would get from them. So I thought that was interesting. Also, the fact that a lot of big name actors are also mad about how they came out with this. A lot of them that are in a lot of the films didn't find out until about an hour before they went public with the announcement. So you had a bunch of actors like Denzel and Keanu Reeves, and a lot of their agents are already griping about this and trying to get back. So really, I think it's going to backfire on Warner Brothers. Yeah, I think, from the HBO Max deal, they're coming out on top. I mean, it's not their fault, and they're going to get more stream, purchases on that, and they're going to come out, looking clean in this. But I think Warner Brothers is really going to take a hit with this from a publicity standpoint. Like I said, a lot of those actors, they're not getting that same deal that Gal got for Wonder Woman. She got guaranteed the $10 million regardless. A lot of those actors and those other ones, they're not getting a lot of that back end money that they're going to get off those ticket sales. So I think it's going to blow up in Warner Brothers' face.
All righty. Everybody say hi to Ryan. We've got Tyler, and we have my mom, who have all joined us here. And Corey said she's here for Christmas movies. Trust me, we'll be talking a lot about Christmas movies. These are just kind of the filler things that are actually going on right now that we want to talk about. We're going to go to Daniel now. Daniel, what do you think? HBO Max and the Warner Brother deal.
Well, I agree. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think there are going to be great strong points about it. There's going to be advantages of it. But I think that just like any industry that's struggling to survive and to make their way into the future and find like the next thing and then the next thing to give them an edge, it's just, you can think of it like the newspapers, they're just hanging on. Oh my gosh. And, you can think of it like radio. It's just another industry that's trying to evolve and break through, their limitations of what they have as far as the industry goes. So, I think it's going to be great because I'm going to be able to watch movies. But at the same time, I will never stop going to the theater because I love the theater experience, and I will always be an advocate, and I will always go to the movies. I don't care if it's all in my living room. I'll be there.
All righty. Let's go to Phil over here. Phil, what's your thoughts?
I think this is a great idea. 100% support it. And as someone who is not a big fan of movie theaters, the environment, if I can pay, $15 a month, just go ahead and rent a month of HBO Max to watch a show. To watch a show that I really wanted to watch, I'm going to choose it every time. So I'm someone who can say I don't care what happens to theaters because I don't like movie theaters. And therefore, I'm all for this.
All righty, let's go over here to Tony. Tony, what are your thoughts?
I'm kind of on the fence. I love the movie theater experience, but also like the idea of being, especially right now with everything that's going on with the pandemic, the option to be able to watch it from your house with your family safely. So I think it's kind of a win-win. I think the kind of guys, like he was just saying, he doesn't like the movie experience. Those of us that like the movie experience and think whenever it becomes safe to go back, we're going to go watch it at the theater. If some big movie is coming out, I'm going to watch it on a 55-inch TV at my house. I want to go to the theater and see it on something the size of a building. So with a great sound and with experience with your friends. And so I think, if that's something they end up doing from now on, where the people want to stay home can stay home, and the people want to go to the movies can go to the movies, I think it's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, there's less money to go around. Yeah, the actors may not make as much, but I think in the end it comes down to the customer, the person who wants to see the movies, and options are always good for the customer. So,
all right, over to Bethany. Bethany, your thoughts?
So I think it's a good idea. One, because everyone's acting like December 31st, 11:59 p.m. Like COVID's just going to be done with. Like everything's going back to normal for 2021. And it's not, because people won't do what's necessary to keep everybody else and themselves safe. So we're still going to have problems next year and for the foreseeable future, even with the vaccine, that not as many people are going to be able to get out of their house. They're not going to be comfortable going out. They're at risk, so they're not going to go, whereas before they would have gone. And so you're still going to have less people going to see it, and it allows those people the opportunity to experience the movie that they want to see. Or you think about these people that are shut-ins who can't go out for XYZ reason that doesn't have to do necessarily with COVID, but they just can't go. So they're going to get to see new movies right away, whereas in the past, they would have had to wait like months and months and months to even see a movie. Also, these actors are overpaid. Like, I'm sorry, like some of these people are very talented that not taking anything away from them, but I'm sorry, you're not going to make $10 million off a movie. There are kids dying in Africa, Sharon, so get over yourselves. You don't need the $10 million.
All righty. So as you can see, a lot of people are in favor of it. Darby, not so much, but he sees the reasons. Now, let me tell you why this is a terrible idea. All right. So it's not so much people can't go to theaters anymore, because theaters will always exist. They'll always be around. Drive-in movie theaters are still around. So here's where it gets bad. Right now, when you go to a theater, you get charged $10, $12, $15 a ticket, depending on where you live. And that's the price that the theaters are able to set, because the movie production companies take so much profit out of them that theaters don't even get any of the box office. They only get concessions. That's why you're paying $20 for your popcorn and your candy and your drink. Here's the problem. When it goes to a streaming service, and they're going to, right now they're like, oh, we'll simultaneously run it. Just people aren't going to go to theaters anymore. They're not. Hardcore fans are going to go. Most people aren't going to go anymore. So they're just going to start releasing them on streaming services. Now you're paying for a streaming service. You're paying your $5, $7, $8, $10, however much. You're paying for your streaming service. And then on top of it, that streaming service gets to work with the production company and say, well, you need us more than we need you, really. So we're going to charge you a whole bunch to run this on your streaming service. So now you're going to pay $30, $35, $40 to watch this movie on a streaming service on top of the streaming service costs that you're already paying. So for a family of 5, you're like, woohoo, we save money. For a family of 1 or 2, you're not saving any money at all. You're wasting a lot more than you would in a theater. And eventually they're going to pull back from the theaters and they're going to go all to streaming, because that's where they're going to make a whole lot more money from streaming services. Now, here's where it gets real bad. Each streaming service is then going to say, they're going to do what HBO Max and WB did. They're like, well, we're going to take this production company. We're going to take Paramount. All right, but we're going to take Universal. All right, well, Disney's already got their own, so Disney's just going to do their own thing. So they're going to start plucking all these movie studio companies, and they're all going to be on separate streaming services. So guess what? Now you have to have Hulu, Disney, Netflix, Paramount, whatever. You got to have them all in order to see the movie that you want to see. So now you're paying out the rear end for all of those streaming services monthly, and then you're paying $40 on top to see the movie itself. So I ask you again, streaming services, theaters.
UK21, bringing piracy
And
back.
you're going to get a lot more piracy that'll happen as well.
Good.
So,
Good.
That's my whole rant on that.
Screw these
It's
companies.
going to cost you a lot more.
Money, and they don't
in
do
the end.
anything for anyone. Like, maybe if they were a little more conducive to everybody else, like, we wouldn't be robbing them blind.
So Tim said,
in my mind, you just explained why people will end up back into theaters, because they're going to start charging too much for the streaming. You're going to have
Exactly.
services.
Someone's just going to make a drive-in theater to show a new movie, bootleg.
So
Like, they may rent it for like one part, like for their household, but have like a huge screen and a panel. So
It'll balance itself out.
so
yeah,
just to get this out there, I don't believe in bring piracy back. So that's my viewpoint. But I do think that having choice will drive the price. So if the movie theaters have right now, it's easy to say the movie theaters are pretty expensive. But if the streaming services come in and start going high, that gives you some competition to kind of keep the price down. Then they're going to get in some wars with each other. So I think it doesn't bother me they've done this, and I think it gives options to the people. And
all right.
if they go up on their price, like when Mulan came out, I was like,
yeah.
I'm paying an additional $30 on top of what it costs to have Disney. And now Mulan just came out for free. So I'm going to watch it for free with my family, save the money, and pay to wait. So.
Right.
All right. So that was our spiel on that whole thing. And now we are going to get to the Christmas bracket that we all promised you. We always want to give enough people time to get in here, get ready to vote and comment. All right. So the Christmas bracket that I'm about to bring up to you guys, I'll actually bring it up right now as I'm talking over it. This here is the bracket, and this was completely voted on by you, the viewers, and us here as well. We had over 75 responses, which is amazing. We thank you all for sending in those responses. And I took the top 8 movies. I put like 20, 25 movies in there. And I took the top 8 movies. I took them right in their rankings that you guys voted on as well. These aren't their IMDb rankings at all. This is how you guys rank them. So there's no Matt bias in here whatsoever, Bethany. There is all completely you guys. So what we're going to do, just like normal, we're going to match up the bracket here, and you guys are going to vote for your favorite matchup. We'll go with ours first to give you time in the comments. And the first matchup is number 1, Christmas Vacation, against number 8, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And we are going to start with Phil. Christmas Vacation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You all vote in the comments there for which one you want to win. Phil?
I just want to go ahead and say Rudolph is like a top 3 movie in this bracket. The seating is unfortunate, but Christmas Vacation easily.
All right. Darby?
If the name didn't give it away, it's got to be Christmas Vacation all the way through to the championship, this one.
All right. Bethany?
Rudolph, because Darby has horrible taste in movies.
Tony?
That's a tough one because I'm old, and that brings back such good memories, but I'm going to go with the comedy with Christmas Vacation.
All right. Daniel?
I'm a Rudolph man just because I grew up on it. I have memories as a child, as a baby, spending time with my family, watching it. It's part of my life. I mean, I love Christmas Vacation, but Rudolph is just like a little bit deeper down in my core. So, yeah.
All right. So that was 2 for Rudolph, I believe, and 4 for Christmas Vacation, as Bethany has the fingers of power up there. I'm just looking real fast before we go through this countdown. I did miss a few comments here. We have RIP Gremlins. We have Imus? Red. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Thank you for joining us. First time I've seen a comment from you. Agree with Matthew's argument. And Darby got lucky at fantasy football.
I'm wondering who that is. I don't even have an idea.
So, yes, it might be a guy that we play fantasy football with here. All right, so looking through, we've got another one for Rudolph. Sarah? All right, we've got Christmas Vacation from Ryan. We've got Royan with Rudolph. We've got Tyler with Rudolph. All right, Josh says Rudolph is a short. I don't know if that's a vote for him. We'll keep looking down here. I've even seen half of these. All right, we've got another vote for Christmas Vacation. I Need a New Wife. All right, so Rudolph.
Jamie, you're the best.
Christmas Vacation is the one Josh is going with. So it looks like that's now 7-6.
Yes.
Looking at your fingers there, 7-6. We got Too Tough to Call from Chance. Ryan says Christmas Vacation. So 8-6. Mom, Christmas Vacation. Yes, divorced Jamie. Tim says Rudolph is a TV special technically, but he gets my vote. So that's 9-7. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
We got 10-7. And who doesn't remember watching Rudolph every year? So it looks like 10-7 right now from all the votes that we've got going on. All right, as always, going once, going twice. Sold. It's 10-7, a lot closer than I expected it to be, folks. But Christmas Vacation will move on to the next round. And we're going to jump right into our next bracket here. So you all get ready to vote again. We're looking here at the 4 and 5 seed here on the left side. We've got number 4 seed Home Alone against number 5 seed The Santa Claus. This should be very interesting. This could go either way, I think. This time we're going to start with Tony. Tony, The Santa Claus versus Home Alone. You all vote over there in the comments.
They were both kind of funny, but Home Alone, that's it for me. It's something that kind of really stood out as I was younger when I first saw it. And I even watched it, I don't know, a month or two ago. It came on, and it's still really funny. So I'm going to go with that.
All right, Tony's going with Home Alone over The Santa Claus. Daniel.
Home Alone. To me, I don't know. There's no question. I mean, I love Santa Claus. I love Tim Allen. He's amazing. But, you can't beat it. I mean, it's a kid. He's trapped. He's having fun. He's fighting bad guys. He's setting up booby traps. I mean, come on, it's just fun.
All right, Phil.
8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Over both of these movies. But if I have to choose between these two, just looking at the comments, I'm going to say Santa Claus because I don't really care which one of these win, and it looks like Santa Claus would make it interesting. So I'll say Santa Claus.
All right, Bethany?
The Santa Claus. I don't vibe with Tim Allen now, but The Santa Claus is such a good movie. So.
All right, Darby?
And in 2020 tradition, Bethany's bad takes continue.
I'm sorry, you have the worst takes ever.
It's really a toss-up for me too, a little bit. But I'm going to go with Home Alone. I think it was a little bit better. Scott Calvin, it's terrible, and it's actually not that good of a guy as Santa Claus.
All right, so the wife and I just basically we just watched Home Alone, and it's the first time I've seen Home Alone in a long, long time. And I'm telling you right now, it's not a very good movie. It's not. It is all over the place. It is very bad. When she finds out that Kevin's gone, she's like, "Oh, my son's gone." After she yells Kevin, like, that's not how a mother would react if her son was gone. And then she shows up at the end, and then the family shows up like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, "What?" So the Santa Claus is very good to me. So I'm going to split the votes, and I believe that's 3-3.
And they're remaking Home Alone as well next Christmas, and it's going to be horrible. The remake is probably going to be even worse.
So we've got 3-3 with the finger powers up here, and we start with Santa Claus, Home Alone. All right, so we got 4-3 for the Santa Claus. 4-4. Jamie says so hard. All right, 5-4 Santa Claus. 5-5. All right, 5-6 Home Alone now taken. All right, Jamie 5-7 with Home Alone. 6-7 Taylor. All right, 7-7 I believe now. Santa Claus coming in. OMG, this is difficult. I have to say Home Alone. All right, so 7-8 Home Alone. All right, 8-8 Santa Claus just for Tim Allen. All right, 9-8 Santa Claus. 9-9. All right, so Chance has already voted. Jamie's already voted. We got another one for the Santa Claus, so that's 10-9 for the Santa Claus. Tim coming in with the Santa Claus.
11.
Ryan says Home Alone. All right, so
11-10.
Die Hard will be in the bracket later.
Not Aunt Mare.
All right, Santa Claus coming in again, so that's 12-10. And another one here from Abby, that's 13-10. And Santa here, so we've got 14-10. All right, so 14-10. That looks like all the votes at the moment. Going once, going twice. Sold. The Santa Claus will move on with a win a 14
Darby,
to 10.
take that L.
I'm
No,
happy
that's
for that.
That's
I'm happy
24
with
votes, and I appreciate everybody. I'm seeing a lot of faces I haven't seen here before.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
That's
Hi, new
really
people.
cool.
Hey guys,
So while we have this many people here, I'm going to go ahead and do something we don't normally do. I'm going to jump to the other side of the bracket as well, just because we've got a lot of people here, and you guys are really voting a lot. So I'm going to throw up the other side of the bracket, and we are going to look at that. So on the left side of the bracket, we have the number 1 seed, Christmas Vacation, and the number 5 seed, the Santa Claus, moving on here on the left side. So now we go to the right side, and this should be very interesting. We're going to go with the number 2 seed, Elf, and the number 7 seed, Die Hard. And yes, if you were just joining us, this is how you guys voted for this bracket to happen. A lot of you jumped in there and you voted Die Hard to be in here. Now it's up against Elf, and we're going to see what happens here.
Abby.
So we've got Elf, we've got Die Hard. It says hi here. All right, Elf, Die Hard. Vote in the comments which one you want to win. We are going to start with Tony because I know his answer.
You might be surprised. I actually loved Elf. I thought it was really funny. But with Die Hard, you get Christmas and action. It's the best of both worlds. So, of course, Die Hard.
All right, we got one for Die Hard. Let's go to Darby.
Die Hard has every place that it should in this bracket. I don't care what Phil says. I hate that it drew Elf though in the matchup. I hate it, but I'm gonna go with Die Hard. I'm gonna pull the trigger on. I'm with Tony.
All right, Bethany, we know how much you love Elf, so I'm gonna guess what you're going with here.
Darby, we have another thing in common. We have Power Rangers 2017. It's the best movie ever, Matt. And I hate Elf. I despise Elf. That is the worst movie ever made. It needs to be burnt and bleached from the collective mind of the people of the world. So, Die Hard, Tony, Darby.
All right, so there's the 3 Die Hards that I knew were coming. If you all want Die Hard to lose, get voting now. Get your friends.
Don't vote for Elf.
Right,
Elf is the worst movie.
Daniel, Elf or Die Hard?
Okay, well, I love Die Hard, but you know what? I love the Elf. And to me, it's just fun. Oh my God, it's great. So I'm Elf all the way. I like humor. I like comedy. I like craziness, wackiness. You sign me up. I'm a comedy nut. I love character acting. That's what I'm all about. So Elf for me, please.
Daniel, you're dead to me.
Phil and I will go real quick. Phil. Yeah, Phil's saying Elf because he can't stand Die Hard. And I also am going Elf because not only is Die Hard not a Christmas movie,
the writer
it's not a good movie.
The writer
now
Christmas movie.
All right,
It's a
so we're up
Christmas
here.
movie.
Finger of power over there for Bethany. It's 3-3, and we're going to see if Phil's going to quit here in a second. All right, so back up here to the top of the comments. So here we go. 3-3. All right. We got Die Hard. 4-3 Die Hard. We got all right. My mom's still talking about Christmas Vacation. We've got Elf 4-4. All right, Die Hard 5-4. 6-4 Die Hard. 7-4 Die Hard. Welcome, Nate. All right. 8-4 Die Hard. That goes 8-5 Elf. We got 8-6 Elf. All right. Not a fan of either, but at least Elf is a Christmas movie, so I'm going with Elf. So 8-7, I believe now, Elf. 8-8, Taylor. All right, so it's back tied. All right, so 9-8, Die Hard. I don't care for either, but Die Hard, so 10-8. Did my mother just say Die Hard? No.
Yeah.
We got Mom from Court. All right. Die Hard again. All right, that's 12-8, 13-8, 14-8. Die Hard.
It's happening, baby.
Daniel, I'm done fixing your issues. This comes from Nate. Elf. So we did get another one for Elf. All right,
14-9.
14-9. Die Hard all day. I think Meredith's voted twice now for Die Hard. Ryan has done Die Hard. All right, we've got Alexia.
16.
All right, 16.
See.
And Mother Knows Best. All right, y'all, that looks like it's gonna do it. 16-9. It looks like for Die Hard. So Die Hard will move on to the
Yippee-ki-yay.
next round. Very good of you all to vote. I don't care for Die Hard, but I'm glad that you guys do so much that you guys are still voting for Die Hard.
17.
All righty.
I think
Die Hard
either of
was
these movies lose next round, so I don't think it matters much.
All right, so we're gonna finish out this part of the bracket here, the right side, to get down to the final four. We've got How the Grinch Stole Christmas against A Christmas Story, the 3 seed, 6 seed. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We're gonna go with the live action Jim Carrey and A Christmas Story. That's what we're gonna go with here. I'll go first. I hate A Christmas Story, and you can blame my mother for that because it's all she'll watch on Christmas Day. So I'm going with How the Grinch Stole Christmas because I actually really like the movie. Phil?
A special shout out to myself because I played the father in a stage version of A Christmas Story just last Christmas. So I'm going to have to go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah. Tony?
Grinch all day.
All right. Daniel?
I'm a Christmas Story person. I was raised on it. Sorry. So.
All right. Don't be sorry. You like A Christmas Story. All right. It's all right. It's all right to be wrong every once in a while. It's good. Darby?
Well, I'm willing to bet that Bethany probably has not seen A Christmas Story, so therefore I'm going to vote A Christmas Story.
Bethany?
Why does everybody assume that I haven't seen movies? Just because I didn't watch some movies doesn't mean I haven't seen any movie. That said, I have. Huh? Is it the old movie? I know what a Red Ryder BB gun is and Fragile and all that kind of goodness. But it's the Grinch. If you didn't want to vote for the Grinch, Darby, you shouldn't have worn green.
Oh. All right. So that is 4 votes for the Grinch and 2 votes for A Christmas Story. So we got the finger powered up. I'm getting back to the top here. How do you fight those 2 movies? Tyler starts off with. Here we go. Sarah with the Grinch. So that's 2-5, 2-6. Let's get together in the comment section. Let's get Die Hard. Oh. All right. All right. Royan says the Grinch. So we've got the Grinch, no contest. The Grinch. Corey with the Grinch. We got another Grinch. All right. I'm seeing a pattern here. All right. We got A Christmas Story. Does that bring that up to 3 now? Okay.
Yes.
We got another Grinch. Christmas Story. So that's up to 4. I'm looking. Is that 8-4?
No, I think it's like 14 or something.
That was a lot of Grinch. All right.
13
Christmas
or
Story.
something.
Another Christmas Story. As I keep scrolling down here, we got more Grinch. Jim Carrey. We got Grinch. He's always wrong, Matt. I would still talk about Daniel. A Christmas Story from Nathan. Welcome, Nathan. Josh, we'll go with A Christmas Story. It's the closest to Black Christmas we're going to get. Yeah. Talking about the original Black Christmas, y'all.
The original.
Yeah. Oh, boy. We got a lot of Christmas stories coming in here from Addison, from Imus, from Chad says A Christmas Story.
What
all right,
the
so it
heck?
looks like we've got 15-10 up there, but more Grinch.
16.
16. Another
17.
Grinch. 17. And a few more Christmas stories coming in here. And Chance is not
12.
happy with his babe. All right, so we've got 17-12, going once, going twice, sold. It's going to be How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Moving on. So I'm going to bring up this bracket for it real quick. All right, so when we get to the final 4, it's going to be Christmas Vacation versus the Santa Claus and Die Hard versus How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We'll get to that here pretty soon, everybody. We thank you all for those comments. Those are great. We're going to move on to another topic that we want to bring up. So if you guys have any thoughts on this topic, please comment your thoughts on it as well. We're going to go with the Spider-Man 3 casting and the casting rumors that they have going on for Spider-Man 3 and our thoughts on that. In case you haven't heard, right now rumored to be in Spider-Man 3, of course, you have Tom Holland and his whole side of the MCU. They're also talking about bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They played Spider-Mans and the other Sony universes that were going on. They're talking about bringing back Jamie Foxx as Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they're now bringing back Alfred Molina, who was Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. There's also rumors that Daredevil might be in there, Charlie Cox from Netflix. More rumors that Emma Stone might join back. I don't know how that's possible. There's a lot of people that are coming. So let's just quick get your guys' thoughts. We'll start with Tony about all these casting rumors for Spider-Man 3.
I don't get it. I mean, Spider-Man is one of their most profitable franchises. They could have said it's just Tom Holland and anybody, and that movie would have made money. So to throw out all the stops to bring all these other people in, this is kind of crazy. I love the idea of playing with the multiverse, which is I assume what they're doing to be able to bring the other characters back. I think that's interesting. I know if they are actually truly doing that, those poor guys have been hitting the gym because they had some work to get back into spider shape. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I just think it's kind of overkill.
I agree completely with Tony. I think it's overkill. I'm in that minority where Spider-Man Far From Home is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. And that's because they did something different. I like the original Spider-Mans. I don't really care for the Amazing Spider-Mans. The first one was good. The second one, no. But Spider-Man Far From Home had Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, and Mysterio is probably my favorite Spider-Man villain that we've seen on film so far. He was really good. They did a lot of cool things. The whole illusion scene was really good. But that's the thing. They got through with a great movie with just Tom Holland and trying to treat him like Iron Man 2.0. But he does fine on his own. I don't know why they have to keep bringing so many people in. Just let the kid do it. He's good. Yeah. So, Bethany, we'll go with you. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if we get the other ones back. I don't care about Tobey Maguire. I love Andrew Garfield. His Peter Parker did not get enough respect, in my opinion. I would absolutely die. Royan's comment here, I'd commit a crime just for Charlie Cox to come back as Daredevil. Yes, because Charlie Cox is Daredevil. He is Matt Murdock, and I would love to see him get that respect on the big screen because it was rumored with Endgame to bring in the Netflix MCU people. Someone's computer's echoing back. It was rumored to bring them in, but then they're like, no, because the audiences aren't going to know who they are or whatever. So it was a bummer that they didn't get to be in it. I don't understand why they don't think Tom Holland can't carry his own movie. Like, we're going to go watch Spider-Man movies without everybody else. Like, you don't have to put Samuel L. Jackson and Robert Downey Jr. and all like these big name actors in there with him. He can carry the movie and he's good. Like, people love him. Zendaya's in there. So I don't understand why they won't let him carry his own movie. I'm not mad about it. I just don't understand.
All right, we're going to move on to Phil because I saved this comment just for Phil.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Just a quick story. I was sitting next to Phil in the theater when we watched that, and he was very traumatized by that moment. Phil, give us your thoughts.
It was a beautifully shot, just well acted. Probably one of the best moments in the Spider-Man movies, period. But anyway, Andrew Garfield immediately makes any movie 20 times better. Yes. His two Spider-Man movies outrank every Well, I don't know. Into the Spider-Verse is really, really good. But his two Spider-Man movies outrank the live-action Spider-Man movie 10-1 every time. So bringing back Andrew Garfield is just a good decision if you want, a good actor playing Spider-Man, and just someone who is just dynamite. I also think that if we're going to bring back Daredevil, I don't know what all this Charlie Cox stuff is. Just get Ben Affleck to do it. That last part was a troll. That last part was me trolling.
No. All right, Daniel, what do you think?
Okay, I have a very unpopular opinion on this, but I think that like the whole Spider-Man thing has run its course. We've had 6 or 7 movies. Let's move on to a different character. How many ways?
Money, man.
I mean, I get that. It is a cow that has been milked for years. Let's move on. Let's do something else. I'm sick of seeing the same movie made like 3 times. And like to pile up a bunch of actors is just saying we're not really sure if this is going to be good. Well, to me, it's like a weakness. It shows
more like they're capitalizing off of the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie. Like the success of that movie, they're like, well, let's do our own like Spider-Verse thing here, which I think is a way for them to set up for like Immortals and like the other movies coming down the pipeline, because they're hinting at bringing in like the Young Avengers and Khan and all this kind of stuff. That's where they're going. So that's why they're doing it.
Yeah,
I think.
I hear you, Daniel.
I get it. I just want to say that, like, you go to the how many times can you go to the well before it's just like, look, there's garbage in the bottom of it, and I'm tired of it.
They haven't really turned out garbage though.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's going to me because I'm
Spider-Man
sick of.
Far From Home, like.
No, I'm ready to see something.
I would understand where you're coming from more if they had actually done some bad Spider-Man movies recently, but they haven't.
It's only gotten better once the MCU got their hands on it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whoa. Stop. That's
Oh,
a
boy.
technical problem. MCU
MCU
destroys whatever it touches. Disney destroys whatever it touches. How dare you?
Homecoming and Far From Home are good, okay? And when we get into this Disney Investor Day stuff in a minute, I'm going to lose it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Everybody's acting like the whole movie, Spider-Man 3, is going to have all of these characters the length of the movie. We're going to be lucky to have a 5-minute cameo for some of these.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, especially with Charlie Cox, like I'm the most excited about that coming. And Bethany, you should be too, because that opens the door for Bernthal to make an appearance at some point. But what Netflix had was once those series went off, they had a 2-year ban where Marvel couldn't use those characters again.
It's up for Daredevil.
Yeah, 2 years are up now, so they're able to do that. But we're going to have brief cameos. Like the girlfriends, Kirsten Dunst was an awful Mary Jane. I don't even want her in this movie. But Emma Stone, I don't know how she's going to be alive. All this stuff. But we're only going to see brief snippets of those characters, I think, until you get to the end of the movie and you get whatever climatic battle they're going to have. And then probably, out of a portal that Doctor Strange calls in, the other Spider-Men come in and Daredevil may show up. I don't even think we see Daredevil in his costume. I think we just see Matt Murdock, the lawyer, speaking to, Peter Parker at some point. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I don't think it's going to be overly overkill. I think the villains is where they're going to push that. But at the same token, they're trying to set up a Sinister Six movie. That's the direction they're going. They've said that for years. And now that Sony and Marvel are at least on speaking terms again, that's clearly where this is headed. I don't think it's going to be this film. I think they're setting it up for a Sinister Six film, probably for the last one they have as far as MCU contracts go.
I'd love to see them bring in Tom Hardy and Venom.
Yeah, could do that as well. But as you see, we have a lot of big takes here on Spider-Man 3.
Hot
A lot of
takes.
people all over hot takes here. We try to throw up as many comments as you guys had up in there of your hot takes, but we're going to sidestep from this and we're going to get ready right back into the Christmas bracket because this is our Christmas show. All right, so we're down to the final four. So we're going to go into the final four. Then we're going to jump into another topic here about 2020. And then we'll go into the final two. So here we go. Final four. Y'all get ready to comment over there because y'all have been great commenting so far tonight. It's the number 1 seed, Christmas Vacation, against the number 5 seed, The Santa Claus. Christmas Vacation, The Santa Claus. Y'all get your comments ready over here, and I'll try to keep track. We're going to start with Darby. Christmas Vacation, The Santa Claus.
You already know it's Christmas Vacation.
All right, Daniel.
I'm a Christmas Vacation person. I mean, I like Santa Claus, but Christmas Vacation to me is just better. But
All right, Phil.
Come on, man. Christmas Vacation.
Bethany.
The Santa Claus friendship with Darby ended.
We've never had one.
Tony.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it's definitely Christmas Vacation. And speaking of that,
Don't-
plug, y'all should go watch our Christmas Vacation review from the actual house of Christmas Vacation. It's up there on YouTube.
I'm not in it.
Your movie rounders. Bethany is not in it.
Good.
All right, so that was
360.
Shut up, Darby.
it is a 360 review. Y'all check that out. All right, so we're gonna get over here to your comments as soon as I can get back to the top here. All right, that was 5-1 in favor of Christmas Vacation. We start with Ima's here. All righty, so Christmas
5-6
Vacation.
or 6-1.
I'm about to say no.
Oh,
6-1.
6-1.
I can't
That's
count
Bethany.
today.
All right, hold on. Everybody just went down on me. Everybody back? Are we good? All right.
Yes.
So 6-1. All right. Santa Claus coming in 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 7-4, 8-4, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5. Oh, and it jumped all the way down. All right, 11-5, 11-6, 11-7, 12-7, 12-8. Well, this is not going well.
Nancy and Lexi, you're both fired, by the way, for voting for.
All right, 12-8. Is that where we're at? All right.
Yes.
So 12-9. Movie Robbers itself. We posted the 360 review there. In case you guys want to check
The
that
Movie
out.
Rounders.
Oh, and here are the links for that. So you guys go check that out. All right. I believe we are at 12-8 or 9.
12-9.
Looks like 9 fingers up over there with Bethany. So
12-9.
12-9. All right. Anybody else want to get their vote in? Oh, it's so close. Yay, Darby, said Alexia. All right. I'm not seeing another one. Oh, here we go. All right. We've got 13-9 coming in from Meredith. All right. 13-9. Going once. Going twice. Sold. It's going to be Christmas Vacation coming in 13-9. They are going to move on to the final. And now the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for over here. It's time, if memory serves. It is Die Hard versus The Grinch. So Die Hard, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Let's see if the comments can rock Die Hard back up here again. All right. Die Hard, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Bethany, we're going to start with you.
The Grinch.
All right. Darby.
Bethany, you are a Grinch. Die Hard all the way.
All
You're
right.
the one wearing green, bro.
All right. And Daniel.
I'm gonna have to go with Die Hard.
All right. Another Die Hard. Toady.
Die Hard's even easier on this one than the one before. Die Hard for sure.
All right. Phil and I are going to split it, make it go 3-3 because we are not voting for Die Hard.
Good grief, man.
All right. So I believe that's 3-3 with the figures of power. And let's see, y'all, Die Hard or How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Comment.
Starting the game up. He wants to get Die Hard to the winner's bracket. So 3-4 with Die Hard. We got Tony with a phone call. All right, 4-4. 4-5 Die Hard. 4-6
Wait.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
5-6.
Wait.
Yes. Are you good?
No.
All right, put up 3-3.
Hamp was 4.
Yes, put up
You
3-3. We'll start over. All right, 3-4 Die Hard.
Yep.
All right, 4-4. All right. Oh, Hamp voted twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
see?
All right. Hamp only voting
You
twice.
tried to rig it, Matt, even though Darby, you tried to rig it.
He did that the first round too. Get Elf back in here.
All right, so 4-4. All right, now it's 4-5 Die Hard.
Hey, your mom has much better takes than you have.
5-5. 6-5.
Married.
Grinch takes the lead. 6-6. 7-6. The Grinch. 7-7. Why is my mom voting Die Hard?
I have no clue what that's about. Like,
I don't either.
know what Die Hard is.
8-7. The Grinch. Jamie saying no. All right, we've got 8-8 now. Jamie making it 9-8. Nate coming in. It's now 10-8. Grinch. We got Die Hard. Put some respect on Bruce Willis's name. But I still love Alan Rickman, even though I believe Chance voted for the Grinch.
Yeah.
Movie Robbers themselves is voting for no. We do
That
not.
doesn't count. That's cheating.
It's a
All
vote.
right. We've got 10-9 still. All right, so we've got 11-9. The Grinch. Jim Carrey didn't do training with the Navy SEALs for y'all to say Die Hard, so I'm guessing Tim is now going with the Grinch. So 12-9. All right, we've got 13-9. Cindy. 14-9.
Yes.
Chance thanking his mom. All right, we've got another Grinch down here from Tyler. That's 15-9. I don't
Run
think
it
Die Hard will
up.
be able to catch up, but I will be a fair person. All right, it is 15-9, and I'll stop the voting if nobody else votes. Going once. Going twice. It's gone. We have
Stop the
stopped it
count.
out. It is 15-9.
It's
The count is
over.
stopped.
All,
And the
all of
Grinch-
our students on here
Hey,
do not.
the Grinch
Oh,
played
Darby.
victory last night.
The Grinch will move on. It'll be Christmas Vacation versus the Grinch. Moving on to the finals.
I'm leaving.
All right, we will get to the finals here towards the end as Toady gets ready to walk out. But we've got a few more things to talk about on the side here before we get to the finals of Christmas Vacation versus How the Grinch Stole Christmas. All right, we are going with the best thing to come out of Disney's Investors Day. Disney unleashed a plethora of things that they're coming out with. Some of it's MCU, some of it's Star Wars, some of it's Pixar, some of it Disney remakes, a lot of things going on Disney Plus. They came out with a whole bunch of stuff. So I asked the movie rounders, I said, pick one thing. Pick one thing that's probably your favorite thing to come out of there. I'll start. I love Star Wars. I love the MCU. I love Pixar. But nothing got a bigger reaction out of me when I saw them talk about this than the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks, y'all. I was in Tony's office when it was announced. The Mighty Ducks is one of the greatest trilogies of all time. And no, the third one doesn't weigh it all the way down so that it falls out. The Mighty Ducks is so good. She's going to get her jersey because she loves it so much. It's the announcement of the Mighty Ducks. Now, could they ruin this with childish stuff? Sure. But, hey, Gordon Bombay's back. Emilio Estevez. I'm hoping to see Josh Jackson come back, be Charlie. And it was just the most exciting thing for me. Phil, we know how much you love Disney. What was your favorite thing?
There's a really great moment where it ended and they stopped talking about all the things they were going to ruin and destroy. But if I had to pick something if I had to choose something, I feel like it's really hard for them to destroy the Mighty Ducks. I feel like it really is. So, yeah, I'm going to go with quack, quack and just say the Mighty Ducks is the best dribble that they vomited out during that entire thing. And no, right. I did not watch it.
All right. Now, there's a reason for everybody in the comments. I'm reading the comments already here. She'll go. She'll go last, and you'll hear all about it. All right, Tony.
Nobody steal mine.
Nobody's going to take yours, Bethany, I promise.
Tony, I don't trust Darby.
I would say for me, the Patty Jenkins showing off Star Wars Rogue Squadron and the passion she kind of showed that she was going to have with that. I think that's got cool potential. The Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka, that's how you pronounce it?
Ahsoka.
That she did such a great job in The Mandalorian, so I'm excited to see how that spins off too. And I gotta say, because I grew up with it, Indiana Jones. I'm hoping they can come around from how bad the last one was.
You mean the Shia LaBeouf Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls movie wasn't your absolute favorite?
No.
The refrigerator scene?
Yeah, the refrigerator scene and the nuclear explosion.
Yeah, it was sad. I mean, that first shot when you see the fedora come on in the shadow, I'm like, oh yeah, it's on, and then it just went downhill from there. So I'm hoping to come back and he ends on something strong for that. Now I'm gonna have to say the worst, Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch.
What they were thinking with that, but anyway.
All right, Daniel, what do you got?
Well, I mean, I'm just a huge fan of this whole Mandalorian thing. I can't wait to see where it goes. It's like I've gotten so much joy and happiness out of this new show. It's just been great. Like I look forward to watching it every week, and it's just wonderful. I mean, to me, it's like the answer to all of my wants as far as like from being a child into the whole Star Wars thing, because it's, it breaks you out of the whole Luke thing. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Luke and, all that. But I mean, it takes you on another path, and I just love it because I love all the worlds. I mean, every week when I see a new world or a new spaceship or a new alien race, I'm just like stoked because I'm just like, thank you. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I dig it.
All right, Darby, what interests you the most?
Bethany, I assure you it's not yours. But obviously my favorite and least favorite things came from the Marvel segment. I loved getting the footage finally we've been waiting for Loki, and then also for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Both of those trailers they showed, there's a lot of Easter eggs even through those about things that are coming in the next couple of phases of the MCU. And Bethany hit the nail on the head earlier. They're building the Young Avengers. It's coming. My least favorite thing they did, though, during part of that, is the actress who played Cassie Lang in Endgame did not know that she was being recast, that somebody else was being recast as that character that's going to be in said Young Avengers. And she found out when Kevin Feige announced it on the day. So that they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that.
That is Disney being Disney, man.
I agree. That was the downside. They're going to do that. But and I do have high hopes for Mighty Ducks, but I do think Cobra Kai has set the high bar for like nostalgic when we were younger films and recreating those. So it's got an uphill battle for me.
All right, we're going to move on to Bethany, the one you all been waiting for, while I go readjust my camera. Bethany, hit us with what it is.
So
Oh yeah.
this is my dad actually got me for this for Christmas last year. It's Anakin's lightsaber and his actual hilt style and everything. So if you know me, you know that I love Revenge of the Sith. That I think Hayden Christensen was the perfect person to play Anakin Skywalker. Die mad about it if you disagree. I'm right. I know I'm right. So when they announced that in the Kenobi show, Hayden Christensen will be reprising his role as Darth Vader, I lost it. I was just like, I was like freaking out. All of my friends were messaging me on Instagram and Twitter and texting me and Discord, just be like, "Hey, it's back!" And I was just like going bananas, like on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw like 30 of me just going, "I won," because I actually had real stakes in this. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for Hayden to be coming off of his farm. And if y'all are mean to him like y'all were 10 years ago, if y'all are rude, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna shoot you with like a Nerf gun because I'm not going to jail. I might go to jail for him actually. I'm gonna hurt you because he's such a good actor and he's such an amazing Anakin Skywalker, and he's going to do a great job as Darth Vader. I'm really hoping we get like flashback scenes between him and Ewan McGregor, and he and Ewan have both said how excited got them back together. Like that's their most favorite thing about this show being set 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. They're going to clash again. Like they're actually going to interact with each other, but they're just so excited and grateful that this has brought them back together. And I can't wait to see their chemistry on screen again, even though it's going to be vastly different from everything we've seen from them before. With the previous movies, I am absolutely stoked for this movie. I don't think I don't think anything's gonna go wrong with it.
Well, and that Hayden they have some Star Wars kind of lore and off-film stuff with Ahsoka, so they're looking at tying in Rosario Dawson into that too. So I think that actually will be kind of interesting to see with that.
And I think I saw something. Tamora Morrison, who is the clone. I'm not getting into that tonight. He is the clone. He's Django. He recently showed up in The Mandalorian as another fan favorite character. But he is supposedly going to be in the Kenobi show as Commander Cody. So that's been rumored. I think it's rumored. I don't confirmed or just rumored, but I'm just excited for all these people to kind of get to come back together and to make a really, really great show starting next year. So I won't get to see it till maybe 2022, but I'm just like, 2020 can do whatever it wants from now. I had that moment. It's the second greatest moment for me this year. The first, you have to be following me on Twitter to know about. It involves a cow. But other than that, it's, I'm just so stoked.
All righty. So that is what we loved about coming out of the Disney Investors Day. I was not excited for. Oh,
wow.
All right, Sarah. So
Sarah has very strong feelings about Buck. Yeah. That really is like her favorite character. So
before we get into the final of the Christmas bracket, we're going to do our one last thing. We're going to do this real quick. There wasn't a lot that came out in 2020, but we're going to do our one best and our one worst film of 2020. It's something that we're at the end of the year, last show of 2020. So, Tony, we're going to start with you. Best and worst of 2020. What do you got?
I'm going to throw an oddball in here, but I watched this a couple weeks ago and laughed all the way through it, and it's Fat Man with Mel Gibson. I don't know if y'all have watched this, but it's such an interesting take on the whole Santa Claus theme and idea, and I rolled all the way through it. And to me, it was the biggest surprise of the year. I think the second biggest surprise for me was probably Underwater. I came into that thinking it was going to be low budget, junk of special effects. I wasn't real excited about the cast, and I came away from that thinking, oh, that was actually pretty good. That was better than I expected. Worst, easy, Tenet, the most overhyped movie in history to be one of the worst movies ever. I've wanted to love it, and I just can't. Nothing about it is redeemable. I mean, it was just, and to have thought he could have made a movie this bad blows my mind. I mean, after watching Inception and walking out of Inception thinking, this is one of the most amazing movies I've seen. I've got to find the book to find out it wasn't even based on a book. He came up with the concept. I just knew they were going to knock this out of the park, and it was atrocious. So that's mine.
All right, y'all in the comments over here, if you want to give us your best and worst as well, we'll pop those up on the screen. All right, we're going to go to Daniel. Daniel, your best and worst of 2020.
Okay. Well, I agree with Tony 100%, but I'm going to pick some different things just because I'm a big fan of documentaries, and there's this one documentary I watched called Crip Camp, and it's just a documentary about disabled people in America and their struggle. I mean, that to me, it's just like it's a wonderful documentary. If you get a chance to watch it, you won't regret it because it tells the story of how people with disabilities have actually improved their lives because of these people in that documentary, and it's wonderful. Like I say, if you love documentaries, you watch that one. Tenet is going to be the stinker of the year without a doubt. I think most everybody would agree with that. I mean, it's just horrible, but but I loved Underwater as well. That was actually my choice until Tony claimed it. So it's all good.
Well, right. I'm still saying Fat Man was the best, but Underwater.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, we'll go with Bethany. Bethany, best and worst of 2020.
I agree with Sarah there. So I had a couple like best movies this year. The Gentleman came out in January. Such an amazing movie. Killer Queen, The Babysitter Killer Queen on Netflix. A very, very good movie. My all-time favorite for this year, though, was The Invisible Man. I haven't gone to the theaters to see a movie multiple times. It's probably since the very first Avengers came out in 2012. I saw that movie in theaters like 6 times. So like I don't count when I worked at the movie theater because I would like walk in and watch a movie while I'm supposed to be. But so The Invisible Man, I went and saw that movie like 4, 5, maybe 6 times in theaters right before the shutdown. That was the last movie and I just love that movie so much. I'm gonna watch it tonight on DVD. I think it's a great movie. I want like another one because I loved the character so much. I don't think we're gonna get another one, but I would love another one. The worst movie, I don't hate it as much as you guys did because I knew it wasn't going to be good. If I can't understand a movie from the trailer, like if I can't get just a general grasp of what a movie's about from the trailer, it's not going to be a good movie. I'm just that good. But I'm going to say the Craft sequel that just came out. I think it was October. They did a sequel to The Craft, which is one of my favorite movies from the 90s. This one is so nonsensical. Like it does. I want to like it because like girl like led movies and stuff. But as we all know, how I felt about Black Christmas from last year. Yeah, it's not as bad as Black Christmas. It's just really not good and doesn't live up to the hype. And it's like they cut a lot of the movie out in the middle to make a shorter runtime or something, but it doesn't really make sense.
All right. Darby, best and worst of 2020.
So I have to almost agree with Bethany a little bit on this, but The Gentleman I think was really, really good. Probably one of the better ones at the start. As far as kind of some of the other ones we got, I mean, I struggled. I almost want to say The Devil All the Time or Enola Holmes even. I mean, those are, it was actually kind of a fun one to watch.
Loved it.
I thought you were saying those were the bad ones. I was like, wait, those were
That's
good
what I
movies.
thought for a second. I was like, Devil All the Time was good.
No,
I was like, what?
Devil
Darby's got the hot take.
Netflix, so Yeah.
The worst one was the fact that we finally got our theater open here in Hattiesburg. They were going to show a new movie. I went. I was so excited. I sat in my little isolated seat that they had. I had my popcorn ready. And Tenet was the worst thing I have ever spent money on in 2020. So
Y'all hyped that movie so hard. I went to watch for Elizabeth Debicki and Aaron Taylor Johnson, and that's what I got out of it.
I should have stayed quarantining rather than gone and seen that movie.
Ooh, Caleb's comment over here.
I gotta revamp mine real quick because I was thinking movie theater, not Netflix. Enola to me is the best of the year so far. Blew me away. Watched it twice in a row. It was so good.
Is it on par with Little Women, Tony?
It was.
It's great.
I actually think I liked it better because there was more humor in it than Little Women, but yeah.
All right, Phil, best and worst of 2020.
Don't compare Enola Holmes to Little Women. Little Women was so good. Anyway, Tenet is the worst movie of the year. I had zero expectations because Nolan hasn't spat out a good movie since 2010. And before that, it was 2006 when he did The Prestige. So I had zero expectations, and it still didn't even meet zero expectations. It's awful. Borderline unwatchable. There's a part about 30 minutes into the movie where you literally are just looking around the theater wondering if anybody else is following.
There was a family that got up and walked out of the theater.
Yeah. It's that bad. It's too loud. The music, you can't hear dialogue. And it's a movie where you really need to hear the dialogue. Yeah. But anyway, so Tenet is the worst. And I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to die on this rock, mainly because I haven't seen a lot of the stuff that I particularly enjoy when it comes to films, like the indie ones. Like Josh mentioned First Cow a second ago. I'm really excited to see that one whenever it comes. But The Babysitter Killer Queen is the best movie of the year. It is funny. It is just so good. And I am a fan of the first Babysitter, so I'm a little biased. But The Babysitter Killer Queen was so good. The most fun I've had watching a movie easily in the last year since really Joker. So Babysitter Killer Queen easily.
All right. So my best and worst of 2020. I could have easily said Tenet, but these guys all did, and I didn't think it was as bad as these other two movies that I got stuck watching. So my worst of 2020 is a tie. It's Like a Boss and The Wrong Missing.
I thought you were going to say Eurovision.
No. Eurovision's bad too. But Like a Boss and The Wrong Missing, like a Boss was the worst of the worst that I had seen. And then Jamie made me watch The Wrong Missing, and I was like, wow, that's
The Wrong Missing is awful.
So those two are the worst.
Phil, we got to take out Hamp.
Yeah, Hamp said he would go with whatever Phil said was the best would be the worst.
He's on the salt train. But hey, congrats to Hamp on his baby. That's Stevie in that picture. He's gorgeous.
Yes, Hamp just had a new baby. Congrats to you, man. The best, and this counts because it came out on my TV in 2020. The best is Hamilton. Hamilton is the best.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
I didn't see the Broadway show. I didn't go there and watch it, but this opens up a whole new thing. Yes, keep doing things on Broadway. Let people keep watching it on Broadway. Let it marinate for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then release those. Release those just like you did the Hamilton one with the original actors. Do that for a bunch of Broadway stuff, and I would pay money to watch that because Hamilton was very good. And I'd like to see others on Broadway.
Would you pay a streaming service money to do that?
Yes.
I already paid the streaming service.
Yes.
So. But they made it free on their streaming service. So
what if they released it the same night at the theater?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Like I said, wait a year, 2 years.
They got to get all the kinks out.
And then do it. Don't do it at the same time. Definitely not.
That would be so much pressure.
All right. So that was our best and worst of 2020. Now the moment you guys are all been waiting for. It's time for the best movie. Hold on. Jamie's got best is The Prom and Hamilton. Worst, Like a Boss. Yes.
Well, she did like the movie too.
So here we go. The best Christmas movie of all time, according to Movie Rounders in this bracket. And you guys, we came down to Christmas Vacation versus How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Everybody who says Die Hard in the comments from here on out is a vote for Christmas Vacation. I've
What?
decided.
No. No.
Ooh, and yes, right here. Where is it? Palm Springs. Yes, Palm Springs.
Oh,
is
Palm
good.
Springs
Yeah.
and
That
The
was very
Hunt. They're
fun.
both really good.
Yeah, both are very interesting movies.
All right, so Christmas Vacation, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm going to start it off with Christmas Vacation because it's the best Christmas movie of all time. Phil?
I love both these movies, but Christmas Vacation. I saw it in theaters just this past weekend.
Yes, he did. He rented out a whole theater to watch it. Daniel?
Christmas Vacation, without a doubt. Yeah.
Ooh.
Tony?
Die Hard.
Christmas
Let's
Vacation.
vote for the Grinch. Let's vote for the Grinch.
Which one you picking?
I'm kidding. Christmas Vacation. That's fine.
Tony.
All right. Darby?
I'm so sad that
Christmas Vacation, and Bethany is once again wrong.
Bethany. Going the Grinch.
The Grinch. I'm right. And Darby in Grinch colors. Really, he's got a Freudian slip going on here.
All right, so I'm going to look through here, and it's going to be Christmas Vacation or the Grinch. I'll jump over Die Hard picks. I'll try to anyway. All right, we're going to start with chance here. It is 5-1, so 5-2.
Thank you.
Fired.
Caleb's
6-2. Nathan brings it 7-2. We've got Sarah with the Grinch, 7-3. Christmas Vacation, that's 8-3. We've got the Grinch, 8-4. Hamp with the Grinch. He put the Grinch in there. So, all right, so 8-5. We've got 9-5. Dolly Parton. Christmas Vacation, so 10-5. 10-6 coming in, Nathan here. Christmas Vacation. Oh, making me laugh, Caleb.
That cat had 9
My mom finally gets it right with Christmas Vacation. I believe we're up to 12-6. 12-7 here. Zachary going the Grinch. 13-7. 13-8. And 13-9. It looks like here, and we'll give it just a little bit longer here. It's 13-9. See if
Hey,
anybody else
Megan wants you to know that she votes for the Grinch.
Oh, tell her to get online. Vote for the Grinch. Oh, we get another Grinch here from Cindy. Excuse me. So that's where were we? 13-10 now.
Yes.
13
I
to
need
10.
4 more votes.
Oh,
Four
because
more votes.
Lexi
know
and
she's
Megan
sitting
both
right
said
next to me,
Grinch.
so I'll allow it.
That's
So
13-12.
that's 13-11.
But
Phil.
Megan says it too.
Yeah, Megan says it too, so that's
13-11.
12. That's 13-12. Megan says
All
it
right.
too.
Just to
My
make
cat says Grinch.
Going
You have to let it marinate, Matt. You have to let it marinate.
a Die Hard for Tony Boutwell, says Jonathan. All right, we've marinated it. Going once.
All
Go on,
3 of
boys.
Sarah's dogs. Hey, Stevie says Grinch.
Yeah, Stevie does say no Grinch.
That's
It's not.
12.
It's Christmas Vacation.
No. Hey, Tyler's
Hold
vote.
All right, I see Tyler.
Hey.
Tyler said, oh, wait, no, Tyler's already voted.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, Tyler voted Grinch.
Tyler's been voting twice the whole game.
He did the same thing.
Yeah, he was one of the others.
No.
Tyler's been voting twice the whole
No.
game. It's gone.
Wrong, Bethany.
No.
Christmas Vacation
No.
is your winner for best Christmas movie in the Christmas movie bracket for Movie Rounders. And thank you all so much for voting with us. That's some of the highest voter counts that we've had. And a lot of you watching tonight, we thank you. Like I said, this is our last show for 2020. We'll be back in 2021, hopefully, with some new movies that might be.
Hey, Matt.
Phil?
Matt, real quick before everybody gets off, if y'all are into some video game streaming, go check out Tyler's stream. Tyler, post the link in the comment section. He has a really good gaming stream where he plays some Valorant and some World of Warcraft, stuff like that.
Yeah, Tyler's been live streaming us to his thing as well. So everybody say hi to his gamers.
Hi.
Oh, he's been live streaming to the gamers too. Yeah, go check out Tyler's stream.
Hi,
All right,
gamers. Come say hi to us.
We thank you all for watching us. Y'all, we have YouTube channel, Movie Rounders, Facebook, Movie Rounders, Twitter, Instagram, all Movie Rounders. We even have movierounders.com.
If they would actually use their social media to build a following.
Yes, y'all check that out over there. It's great that you guys are joining us. We loved having you guys here in 2020. We'll be back in 2021 with a whole lot of new things.
Matt, one more announcement.
Phil, one more announcement.
All right. Also, Matt and I have a video coming out on Saturday, top 10 Christmas movies of all time. You guys can catch it at Film Domain on YouTube if y'all want to check that out.
Where did Matt go?
Ran Matt
I don't know
off.
where he just-
Someone booted Matt.
All right. Well, now we can actually
Anyways,
talk
guys,
Matt.
thanks
He's
for watching.
not
We'll see you in
He's not an
2021.
awful host. He's the worst. Tony,
Yeah.
take over. Oh, hey,
Ooh,
Matt.
that just threw me out. But yes. All right. Whatever Phil just said, don't do it. All right.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
check
we
it out
thank
on
you
Film
all.
Domain Saturday.
We thank you
We'll
all
see you guys in
so much
2021.
for
Have a good
2020.
holiday.
We'll
A
see
good
you
new
guys
year.
in the new
Stay
year.
safe.
Love you all so much. Movie
Wear your
Round.